Welcome. Okay. Hello, guys. Welcome back to a video. And you guys don't know me because I'm a relatively unknown guy. I want to become a new upcoming YouTuber. So, what better way to do that but telling you a bit about myself through a story? Yeah, story time. Now, I am in middle school. I will not reveal what middle school I'm going to, but in my middle school, I'm in band. Band is pretty cool. I like band a lot. Our band teacher is pretty chill. I like rage baiting her, like rage baiting people in general. But yeah, besides that, band is awesome. I mean, I was just randomly placed into band by my school. So it's not like I have a passion for it, but it's extremely cool once you like get your instrument and start playing on it. I remember in the first few weeks of school, obviously, we were not responsible enough for instruments. So, what we use is plastic things, similar to an instrument. Instruments have mouthpieces, which you can attach to the instrument to play on. And basically, we use plastic mouthpieces of those instruments because we also couldn't use real mouthpieces because we were irresponsible. And I was probably among the most irresponsible. I literally broke my flute once and I got a new one. But yeah, I remember those days where we would play those plastic instruments. I would think they were so cool. And then there was like a flute mouthpiece. I now play the flute, but I used to think the flute mouthpiece was so hard to play on. But a real flute is 10, and I mean 10 times harder. But yeah, I remember when I finally got a sound out on the flute mouthpiece, I thought I was like the coolest. But I was probably lame. So lame. But yeah. Also, something cool, a lot cooler, is how we had, well, concerts. Our beginning band, because we were in beginning band, we had concerts. A decent amount of them as well. Well, what am I talking about? A decent amount. I'm still in the beginning band. We only had one concert so far. And that was a Halloween themed concert, so we got to use our costumes. And some of us were drippy, some of us were not. Of course, your boy here had the best costume there, no glaze. I dressed up as Stitch, man, looking clean, looking fly. No one could have competed with me. But yeah, we were basically having a concert. And then, exactly 1 week before our concert, we had a beginning band recital. And I think it was a day or a few before our recital in our classes, we had a chairing test. If you don't know what a chairing test is basically when you play a song in our books to see our chairing. If you got first chair, that means you're the best at your instrument among everyone in beginning band. And there was 3 levels of band. Beginning, the noobs, symphonic, which is like the middle, and then went ensemble, which was the highest. My teacher had 3 beginning band classes, so there was the most beginning band students. And yeah, there was a lot of us. But during my chairing test in my class, remember when I said my flute was broken? Yeah, my flute was broken, so I gave it to someone to repair my flute. So they gave me a loan. Actually, no. This is a confusing story. Actually, my flute got broken, right? And then for a few days, I actually didn't give it to anyone to fix. I just came to school with no flute for some reason. I don't know why. I just didn't want to play band those days. But now I always want to play band. But yeah. So for those few days, I had no flute. And when we were doing our cheering test, my teacher realized I'm gonna need something to use. So she gave me a school flute. And if your school has instruments, especially a flute, it's probably not gonna be the best. Those school flutes are older than me. They might have been older than my teacher. I do not know how long they were there. One time, I seen a school flute with green rust on it. I don't know why they still have it, but they still do. So I get this flute and I start playing for my cheering test. And what do you know? Not a sound, not a peep came out of my flute. It was just so embarrassing sitting in front of my class with everyone at least able to get a sound out, but me, nothing. So, of course, I got last chair. But if you know, because I was last chair, I was next to my buddy, Raphael. Oh shoot, why did I just reveal his name? But yeah. He played clarinet and he was the best clarinet in his section. So I got to sit next to him, which is pretty chill. But yeah, when I actually got my real flute back, I could actually play the notes. So we were going through and yeah. We have a after school marching band at our school and they were playing Thriller. Yeah, Thriller. It was super good. They were actually cooking. I'm not in my school's marching band, but yeah, what they were doing was absolutely insane. So fast forward to when beginning band starts playing. Before I said the beginning band has the most students, yeah, we do. Finding our chairs and stands because most of us forgot our chairings. So it was pretty hard for most of us to find where we sat at. And then disaster strikes. For our music, we need our books, of course, to look at the music and the notes that we're gonna play. And the thing was, we didn't have enough stands. We thought we would have enough stands for at least each kid to get a stand. So it was just chaos. People just taking other people's stands while they're not looking. We did have enough chairs, which was a good thing, but stands was a problem, man. It's like we were fighting for water or something. I don't know. Fighting for the if you know, you know. Fighting for the last pizza in the box. It's a war. But yeah. Eventually, I do share a stand because I was one of the many who stole a stand. And then my band teacher did tell me to give my stand to a trumpet. And I did share a stand with another flute. But yeah. Besides that little commotion, we eventually got our seats and we started playing. We were playing pretty well, but like I said, there's the most of us and there's a lot of beginning band students, so it's not like everyone's gonna play perfect. Some people might accidentally play the wrong note. Some people might hold something for too long or too short. We were actually playing the music, but some of us were out of rhythm. And I can tell because we were playing a decent amount of music, and for beginning band, we were kind of getting tired. So some of us, we weren't even playing. I was trying to keep on playing. We were doing actually pretty well for a bunch of us, but we made it through. We pushed through, and we triumphed through the day. Of course, I was the highlight of the show, being the best flute. And after, there was a line of people waiting to get my autograph. Okay, nah, I'm just joking. No one came to see me. My dad and my sister and my cousin came, though. So, yeah. Either way, those were some pretty cool band highlights. More story time videos are coming soon. Later.